Two unemployed actors, two unemployed actors. They're just between projects.
Welcome to Two Unemployed Actors. I'm Max, and we're without Sam this week because he's busy rehearsing for 2 musicals and a short film, so wish him all the best. While I'm stuck here recovering from being hit by a car. Don't worry, still here. Just a nice segue into last week where I covered all the boring stuff us up-and-coming actors need to do, and I have been doing because I can't go to any auditions still. I'm really in a bit of pain still. Just explaining, I'm not whinging, okay? And I can sort of got some movement in my left arm, which is kind of annoying still because I am left-handed, but anyway. I'm coping all right. So, doing all the boring stuff. Things like website. When's the last time you updated your acting website? My online profiles on all the right platforms. In Australia, that is Showcast and casting networks. Making sure you've got all the right credits, all the right bits and pieces from pictures and films. And got in touch with my agent, let them know I'm still alive, even though I got hit by a car. And I ordered these cool business cards. Have a look at these. I know I've talked about the ones before, but here they are. So basically, it's Max, the actor and voiceover artist. My contact details on one side. On the other, Two Unemployed Actors, the podcast, and it's basically got a chip inside, an NFC chip for those nerds out there like me who are cool on tech. Tap against any NFC device for the latest episode. So literally, you just tap it against the back of the phone, and it'll take you straight to the latest episode. It doesn't automatically subscribe for them, but hey, one step. And it's a great talking point. I mean, at the end of the day, still a lot of networking is done in this industry face-to-face. So it's a great little talking point and another way for someone to remember you as not just another actor. I want to talk to you about this movie I discovered just randomly this week on an Australian cable network called Foxtel. Literally, I had just a bit of time, wanted to rest the arm, rest my mind, and switch off. And I was just flicking through and found this movie, and it just blew my mind. It was so cool. It's called The Catcher Was a Spy, starring Paul Rudd with an amazing supporting cast. So think thriller, a bit like, it kind of reminds me of all those Cold War thrillers, and really, really interesting. So first of all, Paul Rudd in the lead. It's not a comedy, and because I'm watching him on Netflix in a great series, but I'll talk about that next week. At the moment, I still can't get over this movie. So randomly discovered, Paul Rudd's in the lead, and get this for a supporting cast. Jeff Daniels, Guy Pearce, Paul Giamatti, Giancarlo Giannini, who is a great Italian character actor, Tom Wilkinson. I loved him in Siriano and pretty much just about anything he touches, really. A great character actor as well. These are all amazing actors who can really carry a movie in the lead themselves. But it just goes to show that when you have a really solid story, it has to be, to be a good story, it has to be supported by great characters. And what are good actors attracted to? Great characters. So it really is an amazing story with a solid supporting cast. Paul Rudd does shine in the lead. And I'm not going to be the sort of reviewer who tells you everything that happens, but obviously the title's a bit of a clue. But the fact that it's based on a true story also just makes it even more remarkable. So make sure you get your hands on it, rent it and watch it. I really enjoyed it. On to a director I'm following at the moment called Sam Hargrave. So I started following him on social media when he was stunt coordinator for the Avengers Endgame, and hell, there's a few stunts in that. So I'm confident he was pretty busy there, and doesn't sound like anyone got injured, so great job. And I started following him there, but he's currently directing his first feature film, so not bad. Starring Chris Hemsworth, so certainly throwing himself in the deep end. It's called Dakar, and it's currently it's in post-production, but he's gone back. They're filming in Thailand at the moment, some pickup shots, some more footage. I saw him on his Instagram just the other day. Looked like, I found a pic of him on his Insta feed. It looked like he was a character from Biggles. It's like, oh, I'm so old. Okay, Biggles, think a World War I fighter pilot, with the helmet and the goggles. So for those of you who don't know, And it was a movie of him strapped to the front of a moving vehicle with the cameraman to get this shot, which is obviously something extraordinary. I guess that's kind of what you expect from a director with stunts in his blood. But I looked at it and thought, I couldn't just let that one go. So I think I said something like, I'll bring up the actual Instagram now, because I think I said something like, because he's got this huge beard that really deserves its own Instagram feed itself. To be honest, it's kind of huge and it's kind of cool. It's not quite homeless, but more hipster than homeless, which is good. I'll stop stalling now because I've actually found his Insta feed. Yeah, what did I say? Something stupid, of course. Well, you don't look so aerodynamic with that beard. I hope you took wind resistance into account. It's the usual smart ass comment that I'd make. He says, Max, at speed, the beard flattens out to give minimal wind resistance. So you can't teach that stuff. Well, he's right. And I thought it was pretty cool. So I shared it on my stories. Anyway, saying something, again, another smart ass comment about a cameraman strapped to a moving vehicle with a director. So anyway, he's messaged me to say, actually, not the cameraman, it was a second assistant cameraman. So we'll take that as someone expendable in case something does go wrong. Focus puller. Oh my God, sorry to those second assistant cameramans. Focus puller riding in the front seat. So, okay, all right. Okay, I've stand corrected. I can't wait to see the movie just to pick out this shot to see. Hoping it makes it into final cut to see exactly what happens. But like, this guy is a character. It looks like he has heaps of fun on set. And from stunty to his own feature film, I can't wait to see it because it's right up my alley. Come on, it's got Chris Hemsworth in the lead, so great Aussie actor. It's going to have action in it, and let's be assured it's going to have stunts. If the director's doing a stunt to capture the stunts, I guess we're going to expect something special. You heard about me talking about stunts last week with Gemini Man, which I thought were kind of cool stunts, not just because he's fighting a guy on a bike who's actually using the bike as a weapon, and it triggered flashbacks of me on my Vespa, but hey, kind of the same as a motorcycle crash, just a bit more stylish when you're on a Vespa. Still hurts like shit, but anyway, so make sure you follow Sam Hargrave because it's really entertaining behind the scenes stuff. Sometimes you get people who just like every now and then just plug whatever movie they're doing, but it's actually enjoyable, and it just goes to show, like, if you use social, like, I've only got 1,300 followers or something, so please follow my Instagram feed, Max Belmonte. But I've only got like 1,300. But look, I've had Jackie Weaver like a few photos. Kate Mulvaney's been interacting with me on social media. And geez, that sounds suspicious, doesn't it? But Sam Hargrave, like, if you use social media for what it's for, building quality connections and great engagement, then you're going to be rewarded. If you're just repurposing other people's shit, if you're just, constantly reposting or the same type of shots, the same sort of color palette or whatever, it's just going to look vanilla. It's going to look so boring, like every other Instagrammer out there. There's only one you, so, make it an insight into your life. And if you're an actor, okay, there's going to be more of you on set, behind the scenes, plugging whatever you're in, but more about you and your personality, because that's going to shine through and be a real point of difference. I'm no expert, I'll be honest, but it's working for me in what I want from it. I don't want to go to a million followers. I want quality engagement. I want a little community here who, we talk, we interact, and I'm not following too many that I can still, keep up with my feed. It's working for me in what I want. Currently, what else am I doing? I'm rehearsing for a short film. Rehearsals booked with a director on Friday. So tomorrow, and it actually films on Monday. Look, it's an interrogation scene. And yes, I'm playing a police officer. And I'm weary of, and I had this in our production meeting, this discussion, I'm weary of playing your stereotypical typecast caricature of a police detective. You're unshaven, you're unkempt, you're a bit rough around the edges, you're gruff. It's Captain Sensible, seriously, leaning across the table, confess, or, we'll run over time. Just trying to get them to confess. I mean, it's been done before, it'll be done again. I'm keen to play the character with some layers, some depth, whose job is happens to be police detective. And I think that allows you a bit more freedom in your choices as an actor, rather than trying to put yourself in this box that's been laid out, forever and a day by many, many actors on your stereotypical detective interrogation scene. You look at Mindhunter is a good example, and I know it stands out for many ways, but also because they're almost word for word taken from the actual interrogations. But you really get to, because it's a great series, you really spend hours, not just an hour and a half in a feature, but hours getting to know these police detectives. So it means a lot when they say something, when they don't say something, when they look at each other, when they exchange a glance with themselves or with the person they're interviewing. Interrogating. It really says a lot. And I'm keen to sort of lean more towards someone who's got a personality, happens to be in an extraordinary situation. Yes, they're normally interrogating someone, but something does happen. It's a great little twist. I'll be sure to share it with you once I get the footage. Yeah, it's just a bit of insight into how I'm approaching this character. And that's before I even start learning lines, going through the script and working on script analysis in detail, which I'll better start to do today because I want to be off book for rehearsals. Some footage should be dropping any week now on those 4 or 5, or I've lost count, those student films that I was doing recently. And the lead in each one of very different characters. I can't wait to share it. I'm really looking forward to seeing the footage. So I can't wait to bring that to you. I know Sam's going to have some cool stuff to update you on as well. But that's it. A quick one this week. But rest assured, we'll be back next week with more. Sam will have some more stuff to update you on. I'm looking forward to updating you on what's happened from the short film that I would have filmed by then. Even though I'm broken, I'm still quite productive. So make sure you subscribe, interact with us on social media, ask us questions. Hell, we can take it. We're actors. We're used to being rejected every week. So, pile on. Let us know what you think, what you wanna hear from us. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends. 2 Unemployed Actors. I'm Max, and we'll be back next week.
2 unemployed actors.